Let us understand some SQL statement in Oracle 11c. Okay, and you can see here we'll understand how to create table. Okay, and how to maintain tables here. Okay, how to insert the records and how to update, delete. Okay, so we'll see all these statement, how to write these statements here. So there are several stuff we'll see here, like maintaining tables, insert, update, delete, right? Manage the changes made by DML statement, give rights to Oracle database, revoke rights to Oracle database, write basic SQL query. So let us understand how to do that. Okay, SQL statements can be classified into following categories. Now I tell you here, like, we are having a language and that is called SQL, right? Structured query language, and also we call SQL here. And this language is used by all the RDBMS. So all RDBMS using what language? SQL, right? The RDBMS like Oracle, the RDBMS like MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, Derby, DB2, all using SQL, structured query language. Now this is again divided into like DDL, data definition language. I can say DML. I can say here DCL, right? Data control language. In the DDL, we're having some statement like create, alter, right? And drop. In the DML, we say insert, update, and delete, right? These are the DML statement. If we talk about DCL, in DCL we are having say grant and revoke. So how we can grant the permission privilege to users for certain objects, how to revoke or get back the permissions from the users, right? Even there are data transaction language also. Let us say DTL, data transaction language. DTL means data definition language, D means data manipulation language, and data control language, right? Again we are having DTL. Under the data transaction language we are having say commit, and I say here rollback. Okay, now this two commands are there. We have a save point also. So these all are the SQL language, and these are the commands for that. So you can see another one DML statement which has been added recently, merge command in the DML, right? Select is just, I can say it is a query language which help us to retrieve data from the user, right? Now statement you can say create, alter, drop, rename, truncate, setup, change, remove data structure from the table, collectively known as data definition language. So it is not DML, it's a DTL, right? So I can say this is DTL here, okay? Data definition language, and DCL data as a TCL, I can say transaction control language. So commit, rollback, and save point. DCL data control language, which is a grant and revoke, right? So we'll see how these commands work in Oracle. Okay. DDL is a set of SQL command used to create, modify and delete database structure. So we can say create table is used to create and define a new relational table. Okay. Drop table is used to delete table and all data within the specified table, right? The alter table is used to change existing table definitions, cannot delete an existing column, cannot change the existing table constant definitions. So that we cannot do. Whatever the columns we have added after creating the table, that we can drop it or delete it. The truncate table is used to delete all the rows within the specified table. So it just delete all the rows only. Okay, it doesn't delete the tables or drop the tables. So there's a difference between drop table and truncate table, right? Rename table is used to change the name of existing tables to a specified name here, right? Okay. Create table. To create a table, the user must have a create table privilege and a storage area in the which to create the table. So the DBA use DCL commands, which we will cover later in the sessions, to grant privilege, how to grant privilege to users, and then users can work on the table or create some kind of table, right, in that schema in the provided space. So see the syntax here: create table, create table, table name. You can also write the schema name dot table name, right? So what is the schema here actually? Schema means it is the username. So let us say your user is user1. Then you can write here like this: create table user1 dot student, right? And then you can open and close it. In between you can specify all the columns here with data types. So column name and data types. If you want to set some default value, just write default keyword and write the default value or some expressions kind of things. So you can keep adding more columns and data types and default values for that, right? Okay. So create table statement. We'll understand what is the schema is here. So as I said, the schema is the same as the username. As I said, if user is user1, then a schema will be the user1, right? And the table name which you want to specify, right? So this is a user, schema is user, say user1, and table name, say I want to make a student table here, right? Default some expressions, default value, and column, then the name of the column and data type. So let us say create table product. So product ID number 5, product name varchar2. So product ID will be integer, means numeric. Product name will be the varchar2 here, right? Okay. Now DDL statement create table. Along with the column, we can specify some constant, we can specify some condition that my first column should be primary key, name should have this much characters, right? So that is what constants we are having, is a kind of rule that restrict the values for a column on which it is defined, right? So constant check data as it is entered or updated in the database and prevent data that does not conform to the constants rule from being entered, right? And the constants can be applied on two levels. One is the column level, second is the table level. What I mean, if you have created a table and later you want to specify the constant for that particular column, say I have a age column and I say age integer, okay? But I want to set limit that age should be minimum 20 and maximum 40. How we can specify that? So I have to take the help of constants. So I can write here itself that age should be between 20 and 40. We have a check constant. Once we have not applied the constant during table creation, we can apply it after creating table. So that is what table level constant, right? Now there are several constants we are having. We can see here. We are having null or not null. So what you want? You want a column should be null or not null. So you have to specify here null or not null. If you want to say default value, say default city I have. So let us say I have a city here, city column, and I say varchar2 size is 20. Okay, and inside that I say here default bang, we can say USA here. Okay, let us talk about this. Okay, so now if I don't pass the city value, then it will take default USA, suppose like that. Okay, now unique. What is unique here? If I want a column should be unique, let us say I'm making some serial number, some ID column, and I want that it should have a unique value. So for that we can make a unique column. Next is the primary key. So it is almost same as unique only. Let us say I have imply ID. So I can make either unique or primary key. The only difference is that in the primary key, index is automatically generated for the column, right? And it always must have a unique value. But unique, if you are having unique constant, it take one null. But there is no null for primary key. It will not take any null. So that is the difference between these two guys. Okay. Foreign key, if we are having some one table, parent table, and I want to relate with some other table, so in another table we have to make a foreign key. Foreign key we can make for the table of the column in other table of the column which is having primary key, right? So let us say we are having here student table, and here I have a marks table. Okay, two tables are there. Student having SID column, marks having SID column. So only the value it will take, whatever it is enter here, it will take here itself. Okay. So let us have a student ID 1 to 10. So in this table, I can enter only 1 to 10, not more than 10. Okay. So how we can restrict? So here I need to make foreign key, since here I have created the primary key. So like it is a relationship. So this is a relationship between the primary key and foreign key, sorry, student and marks table. Okay. So we can establish relationship by using the primary key and foreign key. Check constant, as I said, if you are having some city column, sorry, age column, in the age column you want to limit that age should be from this much to this much, right? That is what check constant. Disable, suffix disable to any other constant to make Oracle ignore the constant. The constant will still be available to applications tools, and you can enable the constant later if required. If writing disable in the last, okay, it will become disable for the time being. Once you make enable, it will start working. So there are several constants we are having which we can apply with table, right? Now you can see one table example here, that create table name, right? The table name is what? Loan fact. Now I have a loan number, loan status, check, sorry, loan amount, and update date, and product key here, right? Yeah, there's a 5 column here, right? So loan number, we are saying number, size number, sorry, data type numbers, constant name, and saying primary key. So loan number will be the primary key here now, right? Now loan status, varchar constant, loan status constant, check, loan status should be uppercase, loan status. So always it will display in the uppercase. Loan amount, numbered amount, constant, not null. It should not null. I have to give the loan amount, right? Update date, date default, system date. It will take the system date default. Product key, varchar25 constant daily product, foreign key, product key references, product, say, table with product key. So let us say there's a product DIM table, and I want to relate the product key here which is created in the this table. So here we are creating the foreign key, right? We are creating the foreign key here. and the primary key is already there in the product table in the product key, right? So we can specify all things and we can make a table. Okay. Alter table statement. Use alter table statement for the following. We can use add new column, modify existing column data type and all, right? Define a default value for a new column, drop a column. All these things we can perform here. Let us say I want to add a new column. So I can say alter table name. Okay. Alter table name, and then we can say add product code or p code something varchar 2. So one new column is getting added with varchar 2 data type in this table. Okay. Well, change the existing column data type and size. I want to change the data type here. So initially it was the size 5. Now I want to make size 10. So you can see here alter table and say varchar 2 size 10. So now the size is 10. If I want to remove this column here, so I'll just say drop column name. But you have to say alter table name and then drop the column. Okay. There's one option here, set unused option. So the set unused option marks one or more columns as unused so that they can be dropped when required. So for the time being it will be unused. Later we can drop the unused column. Okay. It will not drop permanently, right? First just setting the unused the column, and then later we are saying drop unused column. Okay. So we understood how to create table and how to alter table, how to modify it, right? Dropping a table, how to drop the table. Now dropping a table, all data and a structure in the table deleted. Any pending transactions are committed. All indexes are dropped. You cannot roll back the drop table statement. Only the creator of the table or the use with drop any table privilege can drop a table. So dropping table will do this much job, and the statement is very simple. Just write drop table name. The table has been dropped now. Okay. Well, so next is the rename and truncate table. We can use rename. If you want to change the new name for the table, it's very simple. Just say rename table name to new table name. So this is my old name, right? And this is the new name which I have passed here. And you have to use this 2 in between, right? Okay. So table will get renamed. Next is the truncating a table. Means I want to delete all the records. There is one statement which also does the same. If I write just delete item, so it will delete all the records from the item table. Truncate table name will also delete all the records, right? Then what is the difference between these two? This guy deletes the record row by row. Okay. This guy will delete record page by page. So it is a faster. Remove all rows from the table. Release the storage space used by the table. You cannot roll back rows removal when using truncate. So this you cannot roll back. But if you have deleted the records from this command, you can roll back it. Because this is auto commit. This is not auto commit. Okay. Understood how to rename table, how to truncate table, right? And drop table we also understood now. So we understood the DDL concept, data definition language concept. Next is the DML, data manipulation language, how to work with DML. So DML statement is executed when you add new rows to a table, modifying existing rows in a table, removing existing rows from the table. So if you want to insert the new record, it's very simple. Just say here insert into table name. Insert into table name. This is the column where I want to insert the record, and these are the values. Okay. So loan number, loan status, and loan amount, right? So I'm passing all three values, it will get inserted. So one record will get inserted in the table. Okay, use and substitutions substitution in a SQL statement to prompt for a values. So there's a one concept here we are having, like insert into loan, and we are just saying column. At this time I'm not passing any value. Look at here, I'm saying ampersand, ampersand, ampersand here, anything XYZ you can pass it here. So once this code will run, it will ask enter loan number. You just say loan number, enter loan status. It will, so just pass all three values and then record will get inserted. So at this level you need not to say that you need to pass the value here itself. It will, you have to pass the value in the next step. Okay. Copying rows from the another table. Say there's a one table and I want to create another table. So insert into another table name, select star from. So I'm selecting all the records and storing here. So I'm getting a copy of the table. This is a permanent table. Okay. Modifying existing rows with update statement. Update loan fact. Okay. Set loan status here. Shift where loan number is this. So we are changing here the status of table, this column here. We are saying just change this value. Who is having loan number 3009, right? Removing the records, if you want to remove the records, just say delete from table name where loan number this. So this record will get deleted from the table. You are having 10 records, one record is getting deleted. So now you are having the 9 records only. If 3009 is having more than ones, okay, that much record will get deleted. Whatever the matching records you are having, okay. Now there is a merge statement provides the ability to conditionally update or insert data into table based table, okay. Performs an update if the rows exist and insert if it is a new row. So we are achieving two things here. If row is existing, then update it, and if it is not, just insert the record. You can see the code here, the merge statement. What we're doing here, merge into copy loan, that one table as C, just having reference, okay, using loan fact table D on loan number equal to this. So there's a two table here, okay. And when match, if the record is matching in both table, there's one table and there's another table, right? So if when the match, then update set means update this data. When not match, then insert this record. So record will get inserted in the table, right? Copy loan fact. So this is the merge command which is helping me to check whether record is there or not. If it is there, just update it. If it is not there, okay, insert the record, right? So that's all about DDL and DML statement. Next we'll see TCL, okay, transactions control language, right?